Hi, in today's 2-minute bass lesson we're going to cover practicing scales part 3. In the previous exercises I've given you, part 1 and part 2, we worked within the 1-octave pattern. We played a scale from the root up to the octave, and we did things with it within that framework. What I want to encourage you to do now is go to 2 octaves, which is, if I'm playing this C, you're going to work all the way up to this C. And I would love to be able to give you one pattern and say, this is it, do it. But that's not true. Everyone has different styles of playing. They have different abilities. They have different hand sizes. So one pattern might not work for everybody. So what I want to give you is a theory or some guidelines as to creating your own 2-octave patterns. On the electric bass, what I don't like to see is people playing the pattern all the way across up to the octave and then use their pinky up to the 2nd octave. While technically correct, by practicing that way, you're not really set to play patterns and phrases as easily as if you organize your notes a little better. And how do you do that? Well, quite simple. I try to play like bursts or groups of 4 to 5 notes whenever possible, and then shift. It also, for me, makes it easier to memorize. Now here's one pattern that you can use for C major. I'll play up to the 5th as if I was playing the normal 1-octave fingering. Alright? Now I'm on the G. I'm going to shift up to the A on the D string, and that's on the 7th fret, and I'll play a pattern of 6 notes. Okay? And then I have 2 choices. I can play the 12th fret G and the 14th fret A, and then shift up and play the B and the C. Or, if your hands are big enough, you can actually play it without shifting. So, slowly, here's that pattern, and it's just one pattern, but here's the one pattern you can try. So that's one pattern. There's many other patterns that you can work on, and also work them from the root starting on every string, especially for you 5-string, 6-string players. Honestly, on a 5-string and 6-string, 2 octaves is very simple, so you may want to start practicing your 3 octaves. We do this so we learn paths for every scale we know, so when we're jamming with friends, we're not stuck in a little box of 1 octave. We want to be able to just freely go up and down the neck. Now, when creating your own 2-octave fingerings, it's so much easier if you just take a moment and look at the notes in the scale. Let's go to the G major scale. In the G major scale, all the notes are natural, but the F is sharp. So by keeping that in my mind and knowing the fingerboard, I can actually kind of improvise patterns on the fly. You know, I might start a pattern and go G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. But then I can go right around and try something different. I can go G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. You see how by knowing your neck, the notes on your neck, and knowing the notes of the scale, it becomes much easier to create 2-octave patterns. So add that to your practice routine. Pick a different root and a different scale type every day, and just take 5-10 minutes to come up with at least two 2-octave fingerings. And write them down. You know, notate them down if you can to help remember them. And the next day, pick a different root, and I would stay with the same scale type, like say major scale, until you've gone through all 12 keys, and then maybe move on to a minor scale, some pentatonic scales, the modes. But make sure you're practicing these 2-octave fingerings so that they're second nature, and I promise you, you do that, you're going to get so much better music out of your fingertips when you jam with your friends. Okay? So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you have any more questions, please email me at dalet@danabgoods.com. Thanks.